the top center, our Protoss player, very old school actually. I think he was Final Four, getting himself confident, saying he can do this. And in the center right, our blue Zerg, he is 2-0 right now.
StarTale, curious.
All right. Thank you, Tasteless. My Twitter has been flooded.
Well, I'm trying to help you, Artosis.
Yeah. Okay,
remember
Tasteless.
you
You
said,
know what?
Remember the last cast where you said you hated anime? Remember you said you hated anime?
What?
You didn't watch Akira, which means you hate anime.
Oh, okay.
You're like, I watched Naruto, and I'm like,
The guy that watched like 2 animes is like telling me about anime.
I've watched 5.
It's like I had a terabyte of anime
in
America before I came to Korea, and it's all I did aside from play StarCraft.
Look, Artosis, I don't know why you're telling me you hate anime. Just watch Akira, all right, and let it go.
Tasteless, watch Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist,
Artosis,
Cowboy
I can't hear you.
Bebop,
I was
Samurai
too busy loving
Champloo.
anime, Artosis. I'm too busy in loving anime and supporting it. While you're busy saying that you hate anime, you're never going to watch Akira.
I'm going to actually beat you up after the cast. That's what's going to happen. I'm actually going to fight you. I'm going to probably win.
I'm pretty weak, Artosis.
You're pretty weak, Tasteless. I've been jogging lately.
All right.
You're going down.
We're going to have to
If
fight.
I'm not winning, I just jog away, and you're like, oh.
Ah, crap.
So
We're going to do it American Gladiator style.
Giant Q-tips.
With the giant Q-tips, just like Blaze and Lace did. Not that I ever watched a show or taped every episode.
Of course not. I didn't have their action figures, that's for sure.
Spawning pool, almost complete.
Meantime, Choya has made a second gas, so we're not going to see the Choya 4-gate.
It's too bad.
Oh, I'm happy.
Actually, if we saw do it again, I'd be like, really, bro?
This is
All the way from
seriously?
season 2, you haven't developed the strategies anymore?
Well, Choya's definitely developed himself as a player since then.
Yeah,
really looking
he's
forward to
improved a lot.
see the build that he ends up doing here. I think it's going to be a Sentry expand, but definitely could be some sort of Void opening. Could even be some sort of Dark Templar opening. Those kind of went out of style. Everyone has their Spore Crawler timings down, Tasteless.
Yeah, pretty damn perfectly.
Yeah, you know, that Dark Shrine takes a good minute to make, and by good minute I mean much longer than that.
About a decade.
Yeah.
It's so slow.
It's, well, the trick about Dark Shrine is, like, if Choya started in this game and then wins and then plays his next game, it'll finish sometime towards the end of that game.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to make Dark Templars.
It'll finish sometime towards StarCraft 3.
Yeah.
When we're commentating on HBO. Now,
it's going to be on HBO.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're already basically on something that's similar to HBO. This is pay-per-view TV, man.
That's true.
That's right.
Feels more like Comedy Central with you, Tasteless.
Now, more sentries. More sentries coming out now. Do we have the 2 additional gateways yet?
We actually have a very interesting thing going on, Tasteless.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of Zerglings.
Yeah, you know, he just has the few out front. That's pretty normal, and he made a whole bunch more.
You know what, dude? This is not a 3-gate expand.
Yeah, this is a 1-gate expand.
Choya's actually about to do
and there you go. A lot of damage being done. He's going to definitely force a cancel on that Nexus. There you go. It gets canceled. Kills that. Forces a cancel on this pylon. He has no force fields left, and Choya's in a lot of trouble. He should attack right now. He should realize that the timing of that is not a 3-gate. He has timing to attack.
I think he knows that actually if you haven't expanded yet, you're probably in big trouble against somebody like Curious.
Oh, certainly you are. And, well, there's already more sentries out, so the attacking point is now moot.
He's trying to actually base.
And I'm really glad. I'm actually really glad that Curious did this to show Protoss out there, hey, guess what? You know that 1-gate expand crap that people are doing? Yeah. It's called risky.
Well,
it's called flipping coins.
Sometimes watching somebody do a 1-gate expand is like watching some guy dance by the side of a cliff with a lampshade on his head with a joint. It's like, listen, man, like you're gonna die, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. And Curious shows us why. He says, hey, guess what? If Zerg makes units, it's not safe. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's too risky. It is.
It is. And, you know, that's like, Protoss are trying to do that in 2 matchups right now, Tasteless. And they should. Well, he's going to be a lot safer this time moving out. But at home, Curious has made a Roach Warren. So there is a possibility that we will see a Roach Zergling timing coming out of him. But he's making a good amount of drones. He is making a few roaches. That's kind of weird, drones and roaches being made, because if it's only a few roaches, it's so easy to deal with. But if you make a lot, then it's going to become a lot harder, obviously. We'll see.
I am totally on the fence with how Curious will play this out from here.
Yeah. A lot of force fields going down. Does catch a few lings. And he is still making some roaches.
He might just try to break it down.
Middle of the road amounts of roaches. Oh, you know what? He might be thinking, oh, you're going to do a cancel. That's what he might be doing. He's getting enough roaches ready that in case Choya decides to cancel that next at the last second and just do a big rush.
You know, you are so smart because, and actually that would probably be the best move for Choya to do.
Might be.
In this situation, not to do a very, very late expand where you're already going to be behind against somebody who's clearly as good as Curious.
Well, looks like Choya is not going to do that. Made another tech building on the low ground. But he's ready for it, man. And Choya is going to see those roaches and be like, huh, glad I didn't do that. It's a good thing I did not all in. Well, it's time to make this into a regular game, it looks like, from Choya. And uh-oh. Surprised he did not throw a force field up or
even warping a zealot or something.
Yeah, his warpins were ready. Kind of a weird choice. But now the Zergling kind of sees all. And Curious is in good shape, man. He's seen everything.
Oh, Dark Shrine.
Yeah, throwing up a Dark Shrine. Curious is taking that third base. Hallucination is on the way as well.
You know, why is Curious's creep spread so bad right now?
Well, you got to remember, one of his teammates is July Zerg. And July Zerg actually, it's not like he's oblivious to the fact that he's not spreading creep. He just, for whatever reason, July Zerg has decreed to himself, and perhaps to Curious, that creep spread is not that important.
Overseer took a peek. Curious once again, everything going his way. Choya desperately trying to catch up. Choya saying to himself, damn it, he saw the Dark Shrine.
Well, you know, he could just make some Archons if he wants, I guess. But definitely going to be ready for that Dark Shrine. And good scouting going on by Choya with that hallucination. I do love hallucination. But he doesn't know about the third base yet. I think he can probably suspect it pretty easily, though.
Sees the expansion, so a little bit more intel here for Curious. I don't know if there's much that Curious can do to act on this. It looks like there's a possibility that Curious might even just counterattack if Choya moves out. Well, this is going to get denied pretty quick.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that. There's a lot of sentries here. And a decent number of stalkers as well. He does cancel. Nice burrow by Curious. I was wondering when he'd do that.
Uh-oh, 3 DTs coming in here to the expansion at the bottom.
Oh man, he can just right-click that Spore Crawler, Tasteless.
He needs to get an Overseer over there fast.
He does have one nearby. And will he realize...
I don't even know why he's not hitting the Spore Crawler. It's
that hatchery will absolutely not go down.
Well, that was just terrible by
Sorry,
Choya.
Dark Templars.
All right. Even the Dark Templars are a little upset that they weren't commanded to attack the Spore Crawler.
Well. More gateways on the way, as well as a robotics, realizing that he needs observers to see things underground. It's a good thing to realize. Roach is continuing to snipe. Beautiful snipe right there.
Still no observers here because of that fast Dark Templar tech, which, by the way, did not do anything but kill a queen.
Yes, that's quite true. But he does still have the Dark Templars. And decides to fight against some roaches.
Okay, Choya is a mess right now.
Yeah, kind of weird that, well, you know, the roaches are quicker.
Oh my god, Curious is so good. He just targets us down, makes him cancel it again.
Those roaches have been pretty good. Look at that. Roach
submarine
movement is
roaches.
done, yeah.
I'm a roach, LOL.
You know, it was cheaper for him to upgrade that and get these out of there than to just let them die. So I love that he got that upgrade. Very, very smart thinking on his feet. The Observer is on the way, but the roaches... Well, actually, they're going back, Tasteless.
Just peeking with the Zerglings. Trying to bait out that army. Observers coming over here. And goodbye, roaches.
The roaches have fallen. But, you know, he's still got a lot of supply. He's got a lot of mining going on. We have 69 drones against 57 probes. But the army of Choya is still doing all right. I mean, only 4 sentry, but he's got a good 20 blink stalkers with +1. He's getting +2 now. And 13 mutas are on the way.
And I think these mutas might be the nail in the coffin here for Choya. Choya's going to be in bad shape. You can see he went over there and thought about engaging and then said, well, there's probably not as much of a need for that. I might as well just back off, let my mutas do the damage. You can see the Stalkers considering, Choya considering moving down further with the Stalkers. Lucky for him, he's going back because the mutas are now on the way to the expansion.
And he's also bringing some other units down, Cases, perhaps to cut off reinforcements.
Nice micro by Curious. Choya, excuse me.
Now it looks like he may hit the natural here for a moment. Looks like he wanted a Nexus snipe and decided better against it. And going after these units instead. Nice blink down by
very nice play, Choya.
And he will remove the threat. May want to burrow move away from those so he doesn't lose them all.
Maybe you should listen to Artosis. You're dead on, Artosis.
I'm alive on.
Well, that attack failed. Both of them, the Mutalisk attack and the Roach Zergling. But at least Curious, for Curious' sake, is in pretty good shape. This expansion, though, pretty vulnerable, especially with this drone Congo line headed down there now.
That's right. That's quite a Congo line, and it looks like they will take them out. Very sloppy there, but a counterattack is occurring. Only Zerglings.
Well, he's actually going to get a lot of probes, he might get the Nexus here.
Yeah,
and indeed he will.
So, you know, trading base for base, and in fact, 2 base for base, with the mutas killing another Nexus as well. And it looks like Choya is going to be down to just the 1 expansion, his 3rd base, which is really, really bad, of course.
All right, here he goes now. Now, can he get the Zerg down to the 2nd base? It's just Stalkers, which are good, but they do have their weaknesses. You do run out of blink sometimes.
And they may end up killing the hatchery, but the Stalkers' lives will be forfeit at that point.
He might go up on the high ground, then blink down on the low ground. It's a pretty good technique.
But with this many mutas, I don't think anything's going to make it out of here alive. Well,
really nice.
Choya has just started Thermalance a little bit ago. It's almost done now, but his robotics is not even powered. So it's kind of weird that he's going to finish a Thermalance upgrade on 1 base with no Colossi.
He's going to be like, thank God I can I've upgraded that unit I can't make. Yep. I think you're curious once again debating doing the Nexus snipe.
Yeah.
And I think once you realize that he's actually being very indecisive right now.
Yeah, I think he's trying to just figure out what to do here. He realizes that he's ahead by a good margin, wants to do more damage. He realizes, hey, I have a way bigger army. But, you know, 1 terrible engagement and Choya can come back.
Yeah, I mean, once you get your army low enough, all it takes is a few blink Stalkers with perfect micro to edge their way in here and even this game up. Very nice with the mutas here.
Good sniping going on.
Whoop, he's got to be careful. It's a lot of Stalkers trying to engage him.
Indeed, 17 mutas.
I love this.
I love this too.
I love it.
Nice blink up. Killing off another muta. Slowly but surely. And Curious is just getting too big, Taste. This is 145 to 86 supply. The gold base is finishing. Look at that. Snake of Stalkers.
Well, the gold base is just now being started up and mined out. Well, not mined out, just being mined from. You might want to go for that pylon powering the additional gateways. But nope, he wants to just get this Nexus instead. And there's really nothing to defend here.
Yeah, Choya is just kind of running around the map. Well, seeing what he can do with his Stalkers. Of course, they do have +2 attack and blink, so they're really quite useful. And
okay, this has been so well played by Curious. Even though it looks like it's somewhat even with the trading, he's gotten both the Nexuses at the top center, and he's going to take out the pylons and the gateways, which means all that's left is these Stalkers You know, until Pro's going to remake all those gateways in that tiny little spot in the upper left? I don't think so, man.
Well, he's going to take out this base. That's going to bring Curious down to just mining from his Natros. His main is pretty much gone. But, you know, Curious, he has a bunch of Spine Crawlers there. He still has a lot of Mutas and Lings. And there's just no way to win a base trade scenario against this many Mutas and Lings with that many Stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, you can blink all you want, but that's a very mobile army.
Yeah, Ling Muta is pretty much as mobile as you can get. Well, Choya's Stalkers are kind of stuck on this side of the map.
Yeah, totally out of position.
Right
they're
now.
actually stranded. They're lost at sea right now. And Curious knows they're out here somewhere, so...
They're lost in the big city, Tasteless.
They are.
And no one wants to help them.
Big city with all the lights and the cars and the people. Wasn't like my farm in Georgia.
And he actually just can't find them.
Yeah, he actually...
There we go.
Troya
Sees
actually
him now.
successfully hit that for most of the... most of that little ordeal. He'll go ahead and blink back up here.
Certainly will. Good job there. Does lose a few.
Okay, yeah, Curious,
you know what?
can't see him losing.
I could see possibly him losing. I don't see him losing, but I could. I mean, the comeback is continuing. You know, he really does need to get... Nice, you're picking off these Stalkers finally, but, you know, there are a lot of Stalkers still on the map. If he does one terrible engagement where he somehow loses his Mutas, but there are so many of them.
I think what you're saying is this is Curious's game to lose.
Oh, certainly, that's true. You got me there, Tasteless.
Oh, Tasteless.
Well, he does have +1 this Mutas, just continues to make them. Decent amount of Stalkers still. Good defense at that base, but...
If I were Curious, I'd just park my Mutas somewhere at the top center and just wait for Protoss to leave and then just try to kill the main.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And there you go. He's kind of doing it. Looking off that.
Whoa, he's got to be careful. Those are Stalkers. They're really fast.
Yeah, +2 Stalkers. Doing a lot of damage to these Mutas. They have no armor. And as Curious starts to mine a lot from his other bases, he's just going to have to make some units. That's it. Just keep making units, because one base against the 2 Zerg bases, when Zerg already has such a nice mobile force, he should be fine. Is getting the Infestation Pit, is continuing Lings and Mutas.
You know, I do feel bad for Choya right now. This base is so far away that it's like really hard to even move out with the Stalkers because the Mutas just move in and attack.
And that army just buying time for the Mutas to do sick damage.
He's going to go over the Nexus, I would believe.
Oh, going to pick off these Stalkers first. He's killed off the cannons. That means the next time he attacks in there, he's going to do even more damage. So, Curious just really abusing the mobility of his Mutas. Nice!
Whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Now here's something coming from Choya. One more blink, one more blink.
Ah, very nicely done. Just absolutely maximizing what he can, where he can. But of course, look at that, just throwing up spines, realizing, hey, this is the only way I can really lose, is losing all my bases and my units. We do have Infestors being upgraded right now, by the way. So, as soon as a couple of Fungals go down on that group of Stalkers, Tasteless, they are going to be mere remnants of what they used to be.
Good word choice, Artosis.
Thank you.
Our viewers' SAT scores are going to be way boosted.
The shattered remains of the previous Protoss army.
Here we go again.
Probes.
This time with the probes, not drones. Killing the probes here, and I think that's now basically
Yeah,
GG.
Choya's all-inning in response, but there are 8 Infestors that are going to pop out, and 8 Fungals will easily demolish that army.
All right, guys, expect GG. No way for that many Stalkers, as many as it is, to wipe out 4 Zerg bases with an income on at least 2 of those bases.
And here we go, Tasteless. The Mutas engaging the other group, taking them out with the help of a few Fungals, and GG! Curious continues his killing streak.
Wow, I feel bad for Choya. You know, I think there was a period there where it could have happened. You know,
he actually did some great moves. I have to hand it to him, Tasteless. Curious played very well. A little bit scared of that fire, though.
Yeah, I saw him flinch there, but I would have done the same thing.
At least we know he's not with Sauron.
All right, man. This is, whoa, there's a perfect artistic depiction of how they're feeling. Ceremony for James. I read it for you guys in case you didn't see it. And that is a overweight kangaroo stuffed animal.
It's actually an anime character.
Well, what anime is it from?
Totoro.
Totoro? Are you sure?
Yeah,
because last time
guy.
I checked, you hate anime. You ever respect that a curious...
So ridiculous.
I actually respect a curious flinch. You ever know those guys? They're like these bros. They go like that to you, and they're like, oh yeah, you flinched, and I'm like, that's why I'm gonna live longer than you.
Yeah.
Because people go like that to my face.
My
like,
ancestors were cowards.
Yeah.
I bet you that they were thieves. Just lowly people that were scared. They didn't want to ever fight. They ran away.
That's
they
how you live
stole
long.
to stay alive. Yeah.
Artosis and me, before this is like a few weeks ago, we were talking about this video game Artosis would make about being Artosis, where it's like you just gotta like be a coward. Like,
yeah, man.
You just gotta stay
it's
alive.
Like I'm stuck in a war zone, hide under bodies or something, like hide in the bushes, shoot myself in the foot so I can get out.
Be a good video game, man. I want to play that game.
No, man.
You just
Absolutely.
live long.
And like when
the other
people
guy's
are like
for
tasteless.
my country, like runs in there. It's like that guy's dumb, man.
Notice how you blinked?
Yeah, it's because I'm
See?
smart.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
If you just want to like act like you're tough and not blink and not flinch, what? That's not cool, actually. You know what's cool
You're
is
like
having really quick reaction, like tweaking out, be like, why'd you do that?
You're gonna like try to deny your reflexes. Then later on, you're gonna almost like miss that red light and get in a car accident because you're trying to deny your.
Look, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Oh, blink. Then shrapnel goes in your eye. Then what?
All right, who's gonna be Artosis? The best? Oh,
No, it's gonna be Leenock. Wait,
no,
it's not at all.
that's not Lena colored hair. Who is this mystery hair color?
ASD.
ASD.
Oh, very good Terran player. May as well give it a try. Now he has to go ahead and kill quite a few StarTale members, so he has to kill 3 of them. Can he do it?
Bringing out a Terran. Not a bad idea. I wouldn't bring out a Zerg at this point in time. Because even if you take out Curious, there's a lot of good Protosses on StarTale.
There are indeed. There's a lot of good everything on StarTale, and I mean, a Terran is bring out the best Terran you got available to use. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget ASD was even on the team.
Well, I think he's just overshadowed. I mean, it's like Virus on StarTale. All right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit here, so don't go too far away. This is the GSL Team League.